welcome to Ask Me Anything. And look who's in the hot seat today.
I'm in the hot seat. I'm nervous. Why am I nervous?
I'm a little
Are you
nervous
nervous?
I'm a little nervous.
Yeah.
I'm
Are
a little
you?
nervous. Yeah, I did my best not to look at the questions, so I think I'm going to be. I saw a couple of them. I know
Uh-oh.
one person asked why I wear black so much, so we'll get into that. But yeah, no, I did my very best to stay away from the questions, so it's all going to be brand new
Well,
to me.
it's supposed to be off the cuff,
I
right?
know.
So she has to relinquish control right now and go with the flow. So this is really fun. So those of you, everybody knows you, but to introduce, this is our Vice President of Shepherd's Fashion, Stephanie Smith. Just to begin, she is like the most lovely, caring, and talented woman you would ever want to meet. And it's an honor for me to ask the
Very
questions.
nice. Thank you.
So we have a lot of questions here, so we should get started
Let's
right
just
away.
get started.
Let's get going.
All right. So-
Lynn's joined us, Anne's joined us,
Hi.
Helen's here.
If you guys have
The
questions
gang's all here.
throughout as well, please, yeah, if you didn't get a chance to ask live. Marlene's behind the camera, and
Yeah.
I'm happy. I'm pretty much an open book.
Ask away.
Ask away.
Okay, so we have 3 categories we're going to focus on: work and career, family and personal, and style and fashion. So let's start with work and career.
Okay, let's do it.
So the first question is kind of funny. It says, how do you manage to take a paycheck? Mine would be totally spent before I ever got home.
You know what? It takes a lot of restraint, I will say. I know a lot of us here tend, when we try things on, we model a lot. So when we try things, we go, oh, I want to bring this home, I want to bring this home. But you know what? It takes a lot of practice, but I've gotten very good at saying, no, it doesn't go in my wardrobe. So no, I'm not going to go, I'm not going to buy things off the cuff. And I started that actually just a little bit of back is kind of why I wear so much black, is I just made a decision saying my wardrobe is going to work for me. So everything's going to be black, everything's going to go back to that, and everything has to match. So I try not to buy 1 or 2 pieces here and there if it's not going to go back to my wardrobe. So
On that note, Isabel says it is a challenge for Stephanie to wear brown this season to change from black.
okay, so I know that brown looks very nice on me because I have the complexion and I have the hair color that looks so wonderful in brown. It is very difficult for me because it doesn't necessarily go back to black. However, I would love to add maybe some more leopard print to my wardrobe, which does go back to brown and black. So maybe I can play a little bit there.
So Colleen says, Lisa, let's hear the scoop.
Let's hear the
Let's
scoop.
hear the
Let's get the
scoop.
scoop.
Next
Okay.
question.
So the next question, how did you come to join Shepherd's, and what did you do before that?
Yes, very interesting. So I've been here for a very long time. I've had a couple of breaks in between, but I started at Shepherd's, I believe I was 22, so going on 18 years since my first day here.
You were selling at our Bayshore store part-time.
Yes, so
18 years?
Yes, I was. Yeah, it's been a long time. So yes, it's been a very, very long time. I started going part-time at Rideau Center and part-time at Bayshore. So I was working full-time, but part-time at the 2 stores, and I was selling. And you know, one thing led to another, and I just kind of stayed, I guess. Yeah, I stayed. Before this, though, before Shepherd's, I was working at a consulting firm. And what happened was on a Thursday, the owner came to me and said, so tomorrow's the last day, I have no money and I have to close my doors. So I was kind of scrambling, and I thought, oh, I'll go home and visit my parents, and you know. And so I stayed with my parents for, I think, just over a week and a half. And then I said, no, I got to get back to Ottawa and work. And then this is when I was just applying, and I found Shepherd's, and that's it.
The
A
rest is
rising star we noticed right away.
awesome. Absolutely. So further to that, so someone's asking, like, for a professional vice president of Shepherd's, what education and university degree do you have? And that's an interesting journey.
It's a very interesting journey, and a journey that was kind of left and right and straight and roundabouts and everything. And at the time when I graduated with my undergraduate degree, so it took me 10 years. So from the first day that I walked through the doors of the university to when I graduated with my diploma was 10 years. And not that I was in school for all those 10 years, but I kind of took a few detours along the way. And it was very emotional for me to get my undergraduate degree because I had, you know, stopped and started so many times trying to figure out where life was going to take me. And now I feel like it's a very useful story, I think, to share with people, because there is more than one way to do things, right?
Absolutely.
So in between, I got a college diploma in marketing, business marketing, and then I worked full time as well, which I really enjoyed, and I got a lot of experience. And then after my university degree, I went and I got a postgraduate diploma in human resources management. And so that's kind of where my education lies. But a lot of on-the-job experience, which here at Shepherd's I have been able to do and really try so many different things and hone my skills and find where my passion lies and my talent lies, right? Which
Absolutely.
is a very unique story, and I'm very, very lucky to be able to do that.
I think that's a great message that not all things are linear.
Yeah,
And you're
exactly.
living proof of that, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so as vice president, do you intend to buy the company later? Marlene?
Who asked
we'll
that
be
question?
negotiating after this.
Absolutely. Okay, make me an offer, Stephanie. Make me an offer.
Make her an
Oh!
offer she can't refuse.
Oh my
gosh,
right? Yeah,
exactly.
exactly. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so do you have an answer for that?
There's, you know what? I think Marlene's going to outlive us all. So there's going to be no option for me. No options.
I
Yeah,
second
you want to
that.
see me gone?
No.
That's very cool. Okay, so what's it like being the only one at Shepherd's that wears 3-inch heels?
Okay.
And to carry on that,
Yeah.
Cheryl wants to know if how many pairs of shoes do we have that are just like
are
those?
identical to this?
Because she
So-
says you wear them so often. Do you?
Okay.
I'm going to zoom
You're
in
gonna
on those
that?
shoes.
Oh no, I need a pedicure. Okay, so Cheryl, I have 4 pairs of shoes that look almost identical
Yes.
to these. Okay, I have one that's a square toe, so it's a little bit different. 2 of this exact same pair, and then I have one that's half an inch shorter in the heel. So once I find something that works and I like it, I tend to buy just a few of them because it makes sense. Because
Well,
when I'm going to look for a
yeah.
replacement pair, I won't be able to find them.
And this is part of your wardrobe philosophy,
Yeah.
which is very cool.
Mhm.
We can talk more about that in the
Yeah,
fashion section.
Absolutely.
Okay, so this is a great question. What do you like best about your job?
Okay. Oh no, I'm gonna get emotional, I think. I really, honestly, so there's 2 things that I really love about my job, and one is the people who work here at Shepherd's, which I think are absolutely amazing. Like, you know, I've been here a long time, but you know, I don't think that there's any workplace like this in the whole world. And everybody, no, really, like we have young, hi, we have young, and you know, we have people
Old,
in their 70s,
like me.
Highland. But no, I mean, so many different walks of life and different experiences, and working here at Shepherd's has really helped me appreciate that everybody has a different story. And not one better or one worse or one, you know, more interesting or less interesting. It's just that it's all different, and there's so many different experiences that build Shepherd's up to who we are, right? And then that extends into our customers and you know, the customers that come in, and without the customers we can do nothing. So and I really appreciate when I get to walk in the store and meet people. And again, everybody has a story, and what always strikes me and what always gives me goosebumps is when people come in and they're so willing and open with us here. They share their stories, they trust us with their stories, and they're vulnerable. I mean, to have that level of trust from people, I think is amazing and something we can't take for granted. So that really strikes me every time I speak to. It never gets old, you know, never gets old. It's just such a special part of working here. So and if you're not in the store, I mean, when we read your stories on social media, when we get the phone calls, when we get the emails, you know, it's
Keeps you going.
it is. It's so impactful and inspiring, I think. So those are my 2 favorite customers and people. I guess people. Yeah.
Yeah, you're very much fueled by
Yes,
that, for
absolutely,
sure.
yeah.
So what drew you initially first for working at Shepherd's? Was
So-
there one thing that...
So first for working at Shepherd's, I don't know if I ever told Marlene this. So when I started at Shepherd's, I needed a job, right? And it was the first job offer, so I said, okay, I'm gonna work and then I'll figure out what comes next. To be honest, I didn't know if it was for me, really. I thought, like, I'm not really that good at this selling thing, and you know, Marlene would terrify me every night. She'd call the store and she'd, who came in today? What were they looking for? What kind of service did you provide? You know, she was like, where are we low in stock?
Hands on.
Where could we do better, right?
Yeah.
And this was just some ominous voice on the other end of the phone because I had actually never met Marlene. And I, thought,
I mean, I didn't interview at first.
no,
Oh,
no, somebody
okay.
else did. Yeah, a general manager at the time had interviewed me at that time. And so it was, so I was like, I don't know if this is for, it's a lot of pressure. Oh my gosh, you know? And, but no, I mean, just working, when I when I started to understand that it's not about selling, it's about providing service and providing an experience, that's when it clicked for me. And I think that's what it is because I believe myself to be a very customer service oriented person. So when I can provide that excellent experience for a customer, that's what makes it for me, right? Because I think service is I don't know, it's a virtue, really. I mean, providing somebody with a wonderful experience that will better their life is, I think, something that will all carry forever with me. So I think that's when it clicked for me, was the service aspect.
So initially, the lens of Marlene's call was that, but what is it? What really was it?
What really was it? Oh, yeah, I mean, when you get to know Marlene, that's what Marlene is service.
Yeah.
So it's, how could we do better, right?
Yes.
Like, who came into the store today, and how did you service them, and could you have serviced them better, and did they come in asking for something we didn't have, and what was it, and should we have it? And so Marlene's always looking for how can we better serve the people that are coming into our store. So once you know that, then it's not so scary. But
That's right. Okay,
like-
awesome. So do we, Marlene, do we want to show a little insert
Absolutely.
of Stephanie through the years at Shepherd's?
Absolutely.
Stephanie through the years at
Absolutely.
Shepherd's.
Let's take a look. I have it
Yeah,
here.
I don't know this says so. This is Stephanie doing all kinds of social media
Yeah.
and
Doing
and,
doing
and you're
all
always
sorts
up
of
to
things.
you're always up to do anything.
Yes, yeah, that's when.
Oh, that's funny.
Because Elaine and I used to do so much together on social media, and when Elaine and I were working together way at the beginning, and even through the years, she said, "Oh, Stephanie, you always say yes. Like, it's just if I have a silly idea, you'll always say yes to it." So that's kind of that's the fun that Elaine and I have, and we always have a lot of fun coming up with different puns and whatever, and wearing hats. That's always.
And little
Figuratively,
ears
I
and-
wear many hats, and literally, I've worn many hats.
Yes,
Yeah.
and pom-poms apparently
And
too.
pom-poms.
And pom-poms too,
Yeah,
and
great.
scarf
Absolutely.
tricks. Your scarf trick hack is like gone viral.
Yeah,
I would say.
know. I
That
wish
was
I
a
could
good
take
one.
credit for it, but really it was this influencer that I saw from from Instagram. So
Yeah.
Well, on the work front, we thank you for
Thank you.
always being a great,
Oh,
you
thank
are
you.
a very great leader, and you take a lot of extra time to help everybody.
thank you.
And I know that takes a lot of energy. So I'm going to speak on behalf of everybody. Thank you for
And,
that.
and if I can just say a word,
Yeah,
I
please.
mean, the ideal, one of the wonderful attributes of you, Stephanie, is that you can pivot and you can go anywhere. Nothing gets you down. You're always positive. You're always supportive to all the team members, everybody. And I mean, your HR qualities come right in there. And I think customers are saying what great service we have. Well, it's because that's our mantra here,
Absolutely.
and you lead the team here.
thank
so,
Yeah.
ding, ding,
Bell-
ding
bell-
to you,
bell
right?
ringer. All right, so let's pivot to family and personal
Yes.
life.
Lots of
Sure.
questions about your family.
Okay,
Yeah.
lots of questions about family.
So as a mom of preschoolers, how do you manage
Yeah.
your career, home, and daycare issues, all of it?
All of that. So I have to say I have an amazing partner. And I'm gonna get very emotional. He's really
He is
he's
good.
amazing. He's really amazing. So, and I mean, he could see it. And when we first started dating, we've been together 18 years, almost 19 years, and yeah, we got married on our 10-year anniversary. Anyway, we were like, we may as well do
I remember
it. So
that.
we got married at City Hall. Thank you.
You were a
Linda's
cute
coming.
bride.
Linda's
Linda-
coming.
Linda's
with the,
always there.
with the tissue.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I know he knew from the beginning that I was very driven and inspired to be successful in my career, and he's just supported me the whole way. And when we talked about having children, he said, "Yep, it's going to continue," and be super supportive. And he really is. Like, there's never a time when he says, "No, I can't do that," or "No, it's your turn," or anything like. We really have such a great partnership, and we've worked really hard on our communication, which all came to a head when you have a baby, right? And then when you have a second baby 16 months later. And so it's, but no, it's really only been better. Like, every time we get down, we get back up, and then we're just better and better and better every time. So
That's
I
amazing.
love you.
Oh, he is an
Yeah, really,
amazing.
Yeah,
really
he is.
So
He's
great
a-
guy.
yeah, so I guess to answer that, I don't do it all. That's the thing, is
Yeah.
I don't do it all. And there are lots of days where I feel like I should do more. You know, mom guilt, we all have it. Yeah, no, I don't, I'm very, very fortunate that I don't have to do it all, so.
Yeah, he's
Well,
very,
that's a
very supportive.
fantastic
Yeah, yeah.
answer. And you know what? A lot of women, may I say, need to hear that.
Yeah.
Because it's all about your network. And
Absolutely,
Marlene says
yeah.
this all the time. Who you choose to marry
Yeah.
is literally the. Well, you say it, Marlene. What you
Yeah.
always
Well,
say.
I think
Like,
it's the most important decision you make in your
Yeah,
life.
absolutely. And wow, that's
Yeah.
Or one of.
very
you know.
heartfelt.
Yeah, one of, yeah.
Some don't get married, choose not to get married, or
Yeah.
didn't, or whatever. But
Mhm.
it's a very important decision as to where you work,
Yes.
obviously, and
Yeah. Mhm.
and how you lead.
Yes, exactly.
Your
yeah.
other family.
So
Yeah, my other
can
family.
a couple of questions are coming
Yeah.
up here.
Sure.
Gabrielle wants to know what your husband does.
Yes, so he works for, he doesn't work for the government, but a government adjacent organization. And he works in grants and funding for like science and related studies. He really enjoys it actually. He recently got that job, I think 2 years ago. And before that he was in a similar position, but yeah, he really likes it.
Again, another question: how challenging is raising young children and working full time?
It is so extraordinarily difficult. And I thought when I was going to have kids that it wasn't going to be as hard as it is, which I know sounds kind of strange because everyone talks about how difficult it is, but it really is very difficult. And I think just giving myself a little bit of latitude and a little bit of grace has helped a lot. And it is a daily challenge for me to be kind to myself. And yeah, it's a challenge for sure. But really, I mean, it's so wonderful. I mean, kids are great. And,
Is one of you more the disciplinarian?
yeah, that would be me.
That's you?
That would be me for sure. And not so much disciplinarian, but more structured, I guess. Like I really believe in routine for the kids, and trying to balance routine and being flexible too. I mean, you can't always have it your own way. But yeah, I mean, if I say something, I say it once and that's it. So,
That's how we all feel
Yeah.
around here, right? Vivian wants to know who's the cook.
who's the cook? Actually, you know what? Both of us really enjoy
you're a
cooking.
great cook.
Yeah,
Yeah, you are.
I really love cooking a lot. But Kevin is fantastic on the barbecue, and I mean, he can whip something together too. He's very good. So both of us.
So,
Perfect.
what is Kevin like?
What does he like? What does he
What?
like
No,
to
what
do?
is he like?
Oh, what is Kevin
What
like?
is he like? Someone wants to know.
Yeah, Kevin, you know what? My parents love Kevin to death. And they always say that he's really easy. He loves to laugh. He loves to laugh at himself, which makes him really fun to be around because
Yeah.
I make fun of him all the time. And, we like to pick at each other, right? Like can't take yourself so seriously. And, yeah, he's just like, he's really laid back. He's very laid back, which is very nice.
So maybe I've got an insert of your
You
family.
do.
Should I
Yeah.
run
Yes.
that now, and
Yes.
so you can
Yeah.
kind of see?
Yeah.
Oh, this is you, and look at the
Yeah.
red hair, eh? Of course.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
there's
And
the wedding.
Kevin.
You were so cute.
Yeah, and
remember that.
Gabrielle says he's a cutie for sure.
Yeah,
and
he's-
that's your wedding dress with
Yes,
the mink stole.
with the mink
Oh,
stole.
gorgeous.
It was a
One of
small
our
wedding.
favorite- Very small. It was just our families. We got
Yeah.
married at City Hall. My parents and my brother. That's my brother
Wow.
at his wedding last year
Yeah.
when I was 9 months pregnant with Archie, or 2 years ago. Sorry, 2 years ago.
Look at that.
And yeah, and that's Henry when he was born, and that's my 2 babies right when Archie was born, so a few years ago. We don't share a lot of photos with them of them on social media,
Yeah.
so yeah. But
so
those
this
are
is a
couple
real
of them.
treat.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And Vivian wants to know, do you have any pets?
Yes, we have a dog, Izzy.
So Izzy.
She's just a mix of whatever. We adopted her, I guess 11 years ago now. So she's getting up there in age, but she's kind of sad these days because we had 2 kids back to back. She was the baby, and then we had 2 babies.
She was
now
your baby.
now
I
she's-
remember.
She's bottom of the totem pole now, unfortunately. But
The pictures
yeah.
of the dog have gone down quite
I
a bit.
know, I
But the
know.
pictures of
I
the
still
kids.
take every once in a while.
That's so cute. Okay, so let's move on. We're good with life questions? Let's move on to style and fashion.
Yes,
I
please.
love your style philosophy. Actually,
Yes.
I think it's a show. But anyway, that's another discussion.
Yeah.
But so why so much black when you work in fashion?
Yes, why so much black? So, for me, I mean, I guess starting at Shepherd's, really our dress code at that time was pretty simple, which was, kind of black, white, gray, brown. or navy. Those were kind of and solids, right? So that was at that time. It's expanded since then, and COVID also changed a lot of things, and fashion changes a lot of things. Now we're allowed sneakers and all this kind of stuff, and really expressing your style, personality. But for me, working here at Shepherd's, I found that black made a lot of sense for me. So when I started wearing a lot of black, it was like just all the puzzle pieces fit together.
Right.
And was like, I like how I feel in black. I feel like this is, and I don't mean this in a sad way, but I feel like I don't stand out a lot in black, which being service oriented, I think is important for me. And then just having everything black in my wardrobe makes it a lot easier to pair, because black always goes with black, and it doesn't really matter on the shade of black or the fabric on black. It all just kind of goes, and it makes shopping really easy. It's like, does this go back to black? Yes. Okay, I can get it.
It's also great for the budget.
Yeah.
If you're focused on, you just eliminate a whole bunch of.
Yeah, absolutely. I have my
options.
closet's about this big. That's it. So it's really simple, very simple.
Vivian wants to know who your fashion inspiration or icon is.
Yeah, that's a
If
good.
you have one.
Yeah,
That's a
that's a
great-
good question. I don't necessarily have a fashion icon, but I would say I really do appreciate people who keep things very simple. So I do really like Eileen Fisher. I like Eileen Fisher a lot because all of the lines are really simple. They're repeated usually season after season. They're classics, and it's elegant. So that's always a hit for me.
So next to black, what's your next color that you wear the most?
Yeah, so probably leopard, I would think. I would say leopard or denim, right? I have some blue denim at home as well that I wear. But yeah, probably leopard. I love leopard so much. I think I need more in my wardrobe. It's very big this season, and I was thinking, how
It
can
is.
I add some more pieces to my wardrobe?
And what colors would we never see you wear?
Oh, never. Well, it's probably easier to say what I would wear, but never. I don't like pastels for me. I find they drain my color a little bit. So definitely jewel tones is more where I'm comfortable in those, like forest green and royal blue and, aubergine and kind of those richer tones are a little bit more suitable for me.
So Vivian wants to know what clothing item is an absolute must that you could never part with.
Never part with, like currently in my wardrobe. Currently in my wardrobe, I have a few black dresses that I find it very difficult to part with, and I wear them quite often to work. Like a little black shift dress, they're really easy to dress up, dress down. But I also have this really amazing piece that I actually bought here at Shepherd's, which was from a brand called Igor, which actually we have some samples right now. And it's really beautiful. It was sort of like a just below the knee dress, and it has all of these paillettes or sequins, and it has a beautiful dragonfly on it.
Oh,
And I-
that's
that.
gorgeous.
yeah,
honey,
it's a
yes.
really gorgeous.
I
worn
think
it
we
to a-
have that in one of the.
Yeah.
You know,
I-
let me put this as we've got some photos of you.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we'll run that. Oh,
We
look
have
at the
that.
short hair here you did.
Yeah.
Yes, I had a pixie cut at one point as
Yeah,
well.
that was, I mean,
Adorable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really liked the pixie, and I contemplate going back actually. But then I see some photos with long hair, and I think, no, maybe I should grow it. No, I should cut it. No, I should.
there's
grow
your
it.
dog.
Yeah, there's Izzy.
There's
yeah,
Izzy.
she
Yeah.
came
She
in
made
for
it.
a photo shoot. Yeah.
Wow. So how long ago was that about?
Oh my gosh, that must be.
Look at Elaine.
Yeah. There's Elaine, my mother. We say.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, my mother. In
You're catching up to her now, though.
Yeah, that's when we carried those beautiful gowns. Marlene, remember those
Aw.
sequins and. Jeans and a blazer.
Always
again,
smiling.
Very short hair.
Always
Wow.
smiling.
In the
Yeah.
green, which was gorgeous, and actually wearing a really similar dress to that black one here today.
Yeah,
for
there
this
you are with
Africa.
Kirsten.
Yep. That's when we had those beautiful caftans.
Yeah.
And Marlene, that is our very first fashion show that we
Really?
did. Yes. That was
Remember
our
that
very
billboard
first
we
one.
did?
Oh,
Oh
there
my
you've
gosh,
been on
we
when we were on
laughed.
CTV.
We were on
Yes, City Line.
Yeah.
Yes, I took my
Absolutely.
mom to City Line. That's my mom who came to City Line
Oh,
with me.
that's awesome.
There's Evelyn. And, oh, look
That
at
was one of
Elaine.
our Christmas parties.
Donna and oh my gosh,
Yes.
yeah.
So the kind of the whole crew. So a lot of
Yeah.
these photos would be really nice to share again. If we could ever do that. But
Vivian wants to know, do you ever let your husband shop for clothes for you?
for me,
Does he know your
No.
style well enough?
no.
No, okay.
No. So my mom always says, my mom always says, you're so difficult to buy for. Like, I would never buy anything for you. And I think my style is so simple, but sometimes she'll hold something up and I'll go, like, do you know me at all? I would never wear that. But so, yeah, I think I'm maybe a little bit more puzzling than I think that I am. But no, I don't think my husband would buy any clothes for me, no.
And Helen, sorry, lots of questions coming in.
Yes.
Do you feel pressure to always wear what Shepherd's sells?
No, not pressure. No, I really believe in staying true to your style personality. So if there's something here that goes with my style philosophy and my style personality, then absolutely I'll purchase it. But if there's, you know, if it's a season where something doesn't fit within what I do or even fit within my budget, then no, you know, I don't feel any pressure. We don't put pressure on people to purchase from here, no.
Mhm.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Perfect, okay?
Okay,
Wonderful.
so that, we have some other questions about personal style and rules of thumb for shopping
Okay.
for yourself. So what,
Mhm.
do you set any rules for yourself for shopping?
No, I think something has to speak to me for sure. If it's something that I'm not sure about, then no, I usually put it back. And then when I try things on, I'll say, you know, like Marlene says, you know, you kind of close your eyes, you open them, you look in the mirror, and if it doesn't strike you, then it's just not the right piece, right? But if there's something about it that's kind of striking you or piquing your interest, then maybe it's just a small adjustment or a nip and tuck. I'm not afraid of a small adjustment, especially as a petite, because I'm just under 5'4", so sometimes the hem or, you know, kind of lifting the shoulder up on a dress. And if I would say for others, if I could say, is when you're shopping, I really encourage people to try things on, because there's a lot of things in my wardrobe that I never would have purchased if I hadn't tried them on. Like I love the really long tunics with a slim pant that I never thought I could wear as a
That's
petite.
true.
But I love that
Well, the
look on
Stephanie
me.
tunic
Yeah,
is-
the Stephanie over under
that's-
tunic in our
that's-
Scuba collection.
Absolutely.
I love it.
I love that on you too.
Just try things, right? Try things, and you know what? Catherine Thompson, who used to work here with us, she would say it would take 7 times for you to maybe notice something or like something or change what you're wearing. So if you try something on and you're not sure, maybe try it another 6 times next time you go shopping, and maybe at that point it'll strike you.
So how did working here influence your own personal style? Like as far as evolution?
Yeah, so much. So much. We don't have enough time, but you know, no, but really, I think that's what it is working here at Shepherd's. Number one, forced me to try new things. So when I started at Shepherd's, I was very young, so of course I was, you know, like a little blob of clay, you know, ready to be molded. But I was never pressured to wear anything that I didn't want to wear, right? Like I was encouraged to try things on, to try and find what my style was, and then go also to other stores and see, is there another accessory that you could add to this great base outfit, or, you know, a fantastic pair of shoes or a great handbag. So it's just about trying and really breaking outside of my comfort zone, and that's what I learned here. And then also not being afraid to stay true to my style personality, and also saying it's okay to love something on somebody else. I don't have to love it on me. So once I gave myself permission to say, you know, I really love that, not for myself, but I love it on somebody else, that also kind of freed me a little bit to say, like, it's okay that my wardrobe's simple. I can love fashion, but I don't have to have the most stylized pieces, you know, because it doesn't feel good for me.
What is your style personality?
I'm, so I was casual, sexy. Those are my 2. But kind of as I've gotten a little bit older, I think I'm more probably less sexy, more in the classic side. But I do know that the sexy and classic are very close, right? They're very close in kind of on the proximity. I don't know if everybody knows that we're talking about the style personality quiz, which is available actually on our website.
Yep,
So
it's fantastic.
there's a lot of really fun information on there if you haven't had a chance to take the quiz. And it gives you a little insight into your shopping patterns too. And I know that really helped me kind of figure out how I shop. And again, almost giving myself permission to, like, that's okay to shop that way, because, you know, it sort of matches who I am.
Yeah, I think, question observation, you are very expressive through your hair.
Yes, yeah, I love
That's
doing
a
my hair. Yes,
That's an
absolutely.
area that you'll stray from
Yeah.
short to long to
Yes.
curly. Like some days it's very romantic and
Yeah,
Tell
I
me
never,
about that.
Yeah, I never thought I would have short hair, because I thought, no, like my hair is kind of my thing, right? And especially having this color hair, growing up, there was always a lot of talk about my hair, right? Like, what a beautiful color, and the hair's so nice, and which is really lovely, and I do love my hair. But when I went to university, my poor mom, when I went to university, I had to sort of break free, and I bleached it, so it was like bleach blonde. I should have
bleached
got
it?
some of those photos.
Oh
I
my
totally
goodness,
forgot.
I did not know
Yes,
this.
bleach blonde, like
Oh.
like white blonde, and really cute, like a little shorter than this and whatever. And then after I got tired of that, I thought, okay, well, then I'll go dark. And then I went really dark, like Elaine dark, like dark, like really dark brown.
Wow.
You know, and then I'll never do that again because it took me about 4 years to get my color back because I had, you know, as it grows out, right, you have to get, and you can't really, it's difficult to find a dye my hair color. Like
Yes.
it's a challenge. So I won't do that again. But I thought, well, I'll continue expressing myself, and really it is just hair. It grows back.
Yeah.
Right. So
You're
when
very adventurous with your hair.
yeah, absolutely, it grows back.
And it's such a beautiful color.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I mean, this is your
natural
yes,
color,
This is my
right?
natural color.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is my natural color. So.
And you don't always wear makeup either. You're a very natural girl, like on your
Yeah.
off time.
And I think that's where the casual style personality comes into play.
Right.
Is as I don't usually wear a lot of makeup, you know, and I don't wear any foundation, and I don't usually wear any concealer. And I know maybe that'll change, you know, as I get a little bit older as well. I may feel the need, but right now I feel comfortable. Yeah.
Natural, fresh face.
Oh, natural.
So one last question, I think. Who in your life besides I have another one after this. Okay,
Okay.
sorry.
Okay.
Who in your life besides Marlene has most inspired you as a businesswoman?
Oh, as a businesswoman. Well, I mean, I have to say my mom, because my mom, I mean, as an adult, I very much appreciate her journey in her career. She retired a little while ago from the provincial government, and she worked for the federal government before that, and she made it up to management. But she was always a worker. Do you know what I mean? Like, she always worked, and a lot of my friends, their parents had different jobs, or maybe a parent who did not work outside the home. And so that's something that I always wanted. As a child, I wanted that, right? Like, I wanted my mom to be around and whatever. But I think it really instilled in me this desire and this drive to build a career and make something that felt really good for myself. And not hold myself back, and, you know, like really push myself forward. And my, you know, my dad as well, he worked a lot. He started his own business. He's a plumber, and he's always working. So both of my parents have excellent, like, amazing work ethic. And so that really, I think, instilled in both myself and my brother that, you know, it's important to push yourself in whatever you choose to do, but to push yourself and really have pride in what you're doing.
Your mom's been a very good reality check. I think that's why
Yeah.
you probably get along really well with Marlene, because your mom is very realistic, and
Yeah.
she led you that way.
Yeah, absolutely,
Like, based on
yeah.
things that
Yeah.
you say,
Yeah.
which is kind of a gift,
Mhm.
right?
Yes.
It's a lovely when somebody's
Absolutely.
Yeah, giving-
And, you know, and it's also allowed us to have a relationship as, you know, as I'm growing and going through my life too, because she's been through so much of what I'm going through. So we also have a lot in common. And
That's wonderful.
Mhm.
Okay, so to close off, I would like you, if I may ask you something.
Sure.
Would you share the philosophy that you taught me,
Which
that
is-
I live by every day? Because I think everybody needs to hear it.
Which is what? It's not no? It's
Yes.
not okay.
Yeah.
So sometimes I have these little idioms, and I don't know where they come from. I obviously heard them. I can't take credit for it. I obviously heard it somewhere.
I might
but
say
can't
you're a very
remember.
funny lady with an
Yeah.
amazing sense of
Yeah.
humor. So
A little
yeah.
dry, but
It is.
sarcastic.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Lisa was having a bit of a challenging day. And I said to her, you know, it's not no, it's just not right now. And, you know, so that made her feel better. Well, why did it make you feel better?
I just think like it applies to everything. I use that for everything now.
Right.
It's like it's the shift that I
Yeah.
needed to make in, like, because I'm also a driver, and but I just think that was a gift to me, and I thought, you know what, we should close off and you just share it, because I
Yeah.
think everybody needs to hear it.
Yeah, that's right. Because sometimes it's not about like, oh no, it's just maybe we're not ready yet, or maybe it's not the right time, or, you know, but if you feel strongly about something or you're passionate about something, then keep bringing it up, because someday it might be a yes.
And it has nothing to do with the person.
No,
right?
absolutely.
It's just,
sometimes just circumstance.
I think that's a fantastic way to end our session.
And the other thing that with you, Stephanie, it's always let's try it.
Let's try it.
Let's try
Absolutely.
Yes,
it. You know, and that
Yes,
is
and.
that's
Yeah.
our mantra here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
absolutely. Well, thank you so much
Thank
for
you very
sharing
much. Thank
your
you.
soul
Thank you.
and your mind.
Thank you, and thank you
And-
for everyone tuning in.
Thank you for your questions, and we'll be doing this again.
Who's
Uh,
up next? You.
She's
on the
All
hot
right.
seat. I'm on
She's
the
on the
hot
hot
seat.
seat next time.
Yeah.
And who's asking questions?
I
Aya is interesting.
Aya.
Okay. It was
Yeah.
a great segment.
So thank you so much, ladies, and thank you, Stephanie.